live. Yippee! Yeehaw! Welcome to the Lives of Beach podcast. We're your hosts.
Do a bunch of dumb shit like that.
Brr, 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 brr.
Naturalistic soundboarding at its finest.
Yeah, since we can't afford to make our own soundboard, it just throughout the podcast, we're just like,
Sunday. Podcastville.
Lambo.
Hold on.
Out
What?
the bando.
What are you reading over there?
I have to save this for later, but I came across a video that says George Michael versus Slayer.
Oh, goodness.
And it's Careless Whisper in the Abyss. I gotta look that up later because that sounds really, really awesome.
So make sure you go ahead
Nothing
and
like some good old tunes.
thumbnail
Right?
whatever.
Save for later.
Dude, so what'd you think of your fucking first VR experience?
It wasn't bad. I mean, it was I felt kind of lightheaded. Like, it was disorienting at first, but it wasn't bad. I mean, like I said, like I've told you before, I've had experiences playing VR games, but this is the first time I was actually, like, in VR, watching the videos, and it was fine.
It definitely, I know that it like says like on there, the experience is better with headphones.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Oh, I figured.
Because then you wouldn't be able to hear us talking.
Yeah, you can't hear outside things, and that kind of takes you out of the realm of
It like
of
it
belief.
immerses you more into
Right.
the fucking experience.
Correct.
It's pretty crazy though. I had a good time with it.
No, it was and again, you can hella tell. I think it's because I'm so used to like jump scares. Like when I'm watching the Meg, I'm like, okay, they're wanting me to look at that shark because it's turning, but what the fuck's coming over here? And then that's when the thing pops up, and I'm just like, I see what you're doing, VR. You're trying to make me look over here. I'm not going to. I'm going to look over here.
It's nice over here.
Like that's what one of my buddies' horror games tried to do. Like there'd be like a voice to the left, and the VR would like start turning, and I was like, nope. So I'd start turning my head the opposite way. I was like, I'm not gonna look over there. Just not gonna do it. You can't make me.
You just hear, he'll only activate when you look at it
Like-
the entire time. I'm just not going to look.
I've seen way too many
You
horror
may
movies.
not proceed.
The worst thing you can do is look in the direction of a noise is coming from. If you just keep walking, you're fine. But as soon as you go, what's that over there? You're dead.
Heard a noise in the closet? Check the closet.
Nope.
Good logic.
No, just leave it there. It's been fine, you know? It's been living out its life there for I don't know how many years now. I haven't been bothering it. It hasn't been bothering me. So we'll just go about our lives.
If we split up, we can cover more area.
And that's why
See,
Nick dies.
So definite white people shit.
Yeah.
First of all, if anyone else like, what the fuck's going on? Let's split up and go find it. No.
No.
How about we hope that it doesn't know we're here yet and fucking dip.
Well, see, that's why if somebody was like, hey,
Make
let's
a noise
split
somewhere
up.
else and then go somewhere else in the house.
If somebody were to be like, hey, let's split up, I'd be like, okay, you can go by yourself because you're stupid and I don't want you getting me killed.
Yeah, let's split up. You go that way, I go home.
We'll go over here.
That reminds me of like some. You ever been interested in signing like one of those waivers for like haunted houses when they would start to open up around October?
I've never done any of those. Like the what is the name of that they're called?
Like the one, well, I mean, the one at Fright Night at Six Flags is like
Hey.
kind of tame, but the ones where like you actually have to sign a waiver to where like if anything happens, they're not liable for it. Which, I don't know. I don't know why you would want to subjugate yourself to something like that.
Yeah, just I guess you would want to like go. Some of it's a little bit extreme, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But like this one I had gone to was called the Great American Horror Campout, and that one, like, you literally sign a waiver when you go in, and you could get kidnapped from your group.
Yeah,
It's
like
kinda, but I never got. I would always run away. Like, you had a chance to like get away from everyone.
yeah.
See, also, like, it's got to be fucked up to be the employees for that because people probably sign the waiver. And as soon as you try to snatch somebody, they probably whoop your fucking ass.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
I can't
think
imagine
it's
how many
natural
times like a
impulse.
regular employee probably
Gets
got their
punched.
ass whooped.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Like, even though everyone knows that all this is fake, but you're still, like, the experience. But, like, if someone's trying to snatch you, your instinct's going to be to fight back, depending on who you are.
Yeah, you're
Like,
in
if you're a
the
smaller
moment.
person that can just easily be picked up and kidnapped, you're fucked.
Yeah.
For whatever the
Like,
scenario
look
is.
out for the killer clowns.
But I'd imagine, like,
the undead hillbillies.
people that work there have gotten fucked up before.
Yeah.
Because they would just try to do it to the wrong person. You know, everyone signs a waiver to go in there.
But it's a very in the moment type of thing.
You know how some
I did
people's
it
natural
once.
instinct is to, like, when you scare them, to swing.
Yeah, I've done that before to like a couple of people I've known. I'll like they'll scare me and I'll swing, and as I'm swinging, I'm like, oh no, don't hit him, don't hit him. Like
You just fucking knock out your grandma.
I'm like, oh,
Grandma, no.
But yeah, I don't know. I would probably find another way to find a thrill. Like I'd rather jump out of a plane than
Yeah.
go do that. Just cause.
Fuck that.
Yeah. But then again,
Getting
it's
back to the VR.
It's weird.
You could do it just like
Yeah, I can do that, and
not
I can
even
jump
be
out of an
harmed.
airplane in my room now, so I'm golden.
Because I don't know about you, Nick, but I want to jump out of I want to skydive. I don't want to bungee jump.
I'd rather
would be
skydive than
freaked out.
bungee jump for sure.
Right.
Bungee jump scares the hell out of me.
I think for me, it's going back up. It's that snap. That snap back, that's what freaks me out the most. Like falling, no problem. I got no problem with. The fact that it like pulls you back up, that's what freaks me
My
out the
fear would
most.
be like I'd be waiting for like it to pull me back up, and all of a sudden,
You just hit the
Smack.
water.
Kerplunk.
dead.
Right into the water. You just hear like a little water droplet at the bottom. Bloop.
It was weird. That reminds me though. I was
It's
randomly.
Anthony. It's not going to be a little water drop.
Nah, it's gonna be like.
Kerplunk.
You remember that tsunami that hit fucking was it Thailand or whatever? It'd be like that.
Oh. Had your kids, had your wives.
I forgot where that
There's
big
a
tsunami hit.
wave coming.
But that reminds me, I was watching like I forgot why it came up. It was on like one of those Facebook videos. It was like, you ever heard of the High on Life Instagram or YouTube or whatever?
Yeah.
Where they would do just like crazy fucking stunts and shit.
Yeah.
It was at first it was trippy, but then it was like talking about how like 3 of like the main people who were doing it died from like a freak accident when they were doing, I forgot what the fuck it was. But like shit like that, that's why I'm like skydiving. Like my luck parachute wouldn't like fucking come out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you just skydive and you like pull the
But
spare
they wouldn't
chute
do,
and,
like-
your spare clothes comes flying out.
They wouldn't do like too
No, that's
crazy
where my
crazy
socks
shit.
went.
Like they wouldn't wear like the wingsuits like that. They would just walk, like climb the tops of bridges and walk along them, walk
Yeah.
along the edge of buildings, cliff dive. I forget what it was. I want to say it had something to do with like an avalanche or something.
Yeah. Well, again, sometimes when you're doing stuff like that, I mean, hell, even in like regular day-to-day life, you can't expect the unexpected, right? Like some things are just bound to go wrong, and that just it might be your time. You know, it just depends on what you're doing. Like it would be the most. It would. I wonder what thoughts go through your mind when you know you're falling and you're not gonna make it. Like I assume, depending on how long the fall is, you're like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, and then you're okay with it. You're like, I'm gonna die, and then right before you go, I don't want, and then you're dead.
No, I think it would just be happen too fast for you to even like process it when you hit the ground.
Like I don't know. I mean, you're up there for
I would
a few minutes,
hope I
right?
would pass out before I would hit. That's freaky.
Pull your phone out. I'm about to fucking die.
I'm like, check out this sick.
Hashtag yellow.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Don't forget you post an image to Instagram like, check out this view.
This view's wild. I'm about to die.
Oh my god. You're doing like you jump off like the cliff and you have a selfie where it's like your face in it and then behind you's the ground.
Dude, I remember
that'd
when
be scary.
parkour got popular. I was obsessed with those videos.
Were
I
you?
used to see a
I
lot
was
of
like
people
watching
fall
them
through
like
roofs.
non-stop, dude. Like just fucking hours of them on YouTube, just watching them. Some of those fucking videos though, like there's a lot of like tame ones, like they jump off the second story building, roll into a flip and shit.
Yeah.
But there's some where they're like jumping from building to building.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Like, that's fucking terrifying. I remember seeing a video, It'd probably be crazy if that was on VR. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
it was this person. I forgot where they were, but they're walking. They're like hopping from ledge to ledge on the side of a building. Like the way the building was built, it had like little corners that they can like walk to. So he's like at the top of this building, just circling it, just like, just free jumping, wearing like a fucking GoPro.
Yeah.
And just like, why do people do that dumb shit?
The adrenaline,
'Cause it's
seeking the
fun.
thrill.
Like, there's also that fucking dude in, I don't know if it was Japan or China. He climbed to the edge of a building and he was doing pull-ups.
Yeah.
And then when he tried to pull himself up, someone was on a building across from him. He lost grip and just fell to his fucking death.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, again, them being so close to death is what makes them want to do it. The fact that they go,
I did
not
it
a
for
lot
the
of people
views.
can do this, is why I want to do it.
I could imagine being that much of a thrill seeker to where it's just like, I'm going to fucking jump from this building to that one.
I mean, I used to do dumb stuff like that in school. Like, I just used to jump off stuff. I used to climb on top of my buddy's house and just jump off. Just 'cause.
That's different because that's not that high.
I mean, depending on the house it was we would get up there. But again, I was just
Hurry, jump out the roof, run.
semi-bored and I wanted to do something. So I'd go, hey, let's just jump off your roof. I remember me and my buddies were on top of another buddy's roof, and his mom came out. And his mom goes, get off the roof. And we all looked at her, and we go, okay. And as soon as we said that, she clicked what she just said, and she goes, no. And we all just run and jump off and jump onto the trampoline.
Oh, at least there was a trampoline. I was gonna ask if there was like a pool or a trampoline involved.
Like, as soon as she realized what she said, she went, shit.
Too late.
We're like, you said you wanted us off, and now we're off, so.
That makes me wish there was more rope swings in around Berryessa.
Right.
The funniest thing, that's one of my favorite, like, funny, like, videos to watch, too, is, like, when there's, like, fat people trying to use a rope swing,
Dude.
and
Oh,
as soon as
no.
they, like, jump off, they just fucking fall down.
The rope just snaps.
No, the rope doesn't snap. It's like they just don't have the arm strength to hold themselves
yeah.
up. So it's like as soon as, because like when you're riding one of those, you get like a running start to jump off so
Yeah.
you can swing into the water.
Right.
Right when they jump off, they just go bam, and then the rope just goes over the water.
Oh, you almost made it.
That'd probably be me too. So I wouldn't do one of those.
No, that would be hella
Dude,
fun.
rope swings are deceptive. They can mess you up.
There's been a couple of rocks that I've wanted to jump off into the lake, into Berryessa. Like, a couple rocks that are just, like, hella high up that I would just dive into.
There are like a few spots where you could definitely do that. I've seen
Yeah.
like some I
Cliff
just don't
diving looks
remember
like
where
it'd
they
be
are.
fun as fuck.
Yes.
That looks fun. Like I don't think that's like any much of a thrill seeker. That just looks like you're just on a high ass diving board,
Yeah.
There
just going into natural fucking water, not a pool.
You brought it up earlier, but something that
That's really popular.
It's really extreme, but looks hella fun, is being in that squirrel suit. That looks so fun, but so crazy.
No, that looks like a blast. But like, how the fuck do you stop? Do you just die?
Yeah,
No,
You get one of those and you just die?
No, you just open up your arms so that way the wind resistance hits the wings, so that way you slow down.
Yeah,
And you have a parachute, so as soon as you get to a certain speed that the whiplash isn't
You
gonna hurt you, you pull the chute.
Yeah,
I like those videos too. But that's fucking
and-
crazy when those people are like flying right next to mountains, dude.
Yeah, right over trees and everything.
They're fucking wild.
Yeah.
They got a
I
video.
love those videos though.
They got a video of a guy that actually lands and skims across the top of a lake without a parachute. Some guy finally was able to do it, but he had to practice it for an extremely long time because, like, if he like hit the water the wrong way, he's just gonna like break something. And
It's like skipping a rock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he probably
Tumble.
had like calculations out of the ass of, I have to be at this speed, or else if I'm higher than this speed, this certain amount of speed, I'm breaking something and I'm close to death. Like that's just how it goes.
They should have totally. I would imagine they had put the boogie boarding like material on his chest. That way, the friction against the water, he just skims right across it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he had a little bit extra layer of protection just in case something were to go wrong. Because, I mean, hell, that's what you looked at Travis Pastrana when he did the double backflip. Mm-hmm. He had hella padding on him.
Gear all over him.
Like,
double the gear that you would normally get.
Padded when he first did the double backflip at the X Games.
Did he ever do a triple or no?
I think they're working up to a triple.
Yeah.
I could be wrong though. I'm not into that as much as I used to be.
That would be more like maybe same height but more arch on the jump. Somehow you would have to get some insane amount of rotation.
Yeah, you just get a bigger
momentum.
Ramp. That's all you do. That's literally about to what. That's where that sport's going. Is you're just gonna get a high enough ramp to where you're in the air for like 5 minutes just flipping.
We're gonna need a bigger ramp.
What's crazy is now they're starting to do like front flips.
Oh, geez.
On dirt bikes.
They're taking some BMX tricks and converting it to motocross.
Which I think is cool.
That's what fucks that.
I don't want to break something. I had a friend that actually, it was a pretty big bike. I want to say it was a 400.
Uh-huh.
And it fell over on him, or it, like he went off a jump, landed wrong, and he just didn't really break the bone in his knee. He kind of shattered it, and it was all dust.
Yeah, that's what happens.
He had like his leg in a cast for 6 months.
I can imagine.
It was extremely brutal.
No, those bikes are heavy. Like, they might not look it, but those bikes are heavy. And usually the most times when people crash is when they're going slow. Mm-hmm. It's funny to think about, but yeah, when you're going slow,
keeps you up.
Yeah, when you're going slow, that's like the most dangerous
Isn't that weird?
thing. Yeah.
How bicycles work, the faster you go, actually the more steady they are. Just for balance sake. Kind of like a gyroscope.
Right.
But a lot of things like that, when they get momentum, they're not. Like, you just fucking roll a fucking tire down a hill. The faster it goes, it's staying steady.
Right.
I can't believe, like, there's been some people that have gone down the hills, speaking of that, like, in the tires. That you would get so injured, actually, because that tire is bending as it bounces.
Yeah, people are just fucking stupid.
You say it's stupid. I wanted
Until
to do
you've
it.
done it.
Yeah, because you're fucking stupid.
All this stuff, I legitimately, like, wanted to do.
Yeah,
I just didn't have the access.
Seems like
Look
a good
at
idea
you
at the time.
You're an idiot.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not.
Exactly. We're all on board. You're
Like,
an idiot. That's
if
why
we were ever on the show Jackass, I wouldn't do the gross stuff. Like, I'd leave that to somebody else. Mm-hmm. But they'd be like, hey, you want to do something stupid and jump off this? I'd be like, yeah, I'll break my arm. Sure. Why not? As long as it gets me out of doing gross shit, I'm good.
I just wouldn't be on the show Jackass. It's as simple as that.
Find some fame some other way without breaking something.
Nah.
Speaking of fame,
Nah, gotta do it the hard way.
18 followers on Twitter now.
Aw, snap. Hello, 18.
Also, your fucking picture got 4 retweets.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
So far, people digging the logo.
Nice.
Dude, I think it's fucking sick.
No, it is.
I'm really happy the way it like actually turned out after getting really reacquainted with Photoshop.
Did you
really
see
fun.
the other part he added in there?
No.
Oh, I didn't. Let me get it. Let's do a live reaction.
I haven't seen, like, any of that because I was in the VR, and then Nick went, and Photoshopped, Chris D'Elia. I was like, okay, I guess the other thing's not important.
He was doing that. Yeah, but he added a little bit more to the fucking logo. I think I want to have that one as our new fucking, like, picture.
Logo?
Yeah. I said the one I put together was just quick bullshit. Basically did in, like, fucking Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, it's a good starting off point. And then as we go on, it gets more and more.
But we're starting to get more serious.
Yeah.
We're on Google Play
I mean,
now.
come on now. We've been serious since the first episode.
Serial
Right?
guys.
This is a serious podcast where we talk about the real issues, like how many human centipedes there are.
Oh, man.
The real questions people
I never
ask.
really looked up that movie even after we talked about it.
That means you did yourself a favor.
I don't want to be scarred.
You won't be scarred, but, like,
I just
we don't need to get into Human Centipede again. We don't need me to hijack another podcast of Human Centipede.
We don't need the noise right now.
Because I'd seriously, I can go on for that movie with it forever.
Yeah,
I bet. So, have you ever seen?
info? He's got it.
There's a movie called, I think it's Hatchet, if memory serves me right. Have you ever seen that movie?
I briefly
That name
remember
doesn't
it.
even sound familiar.
That movie is so brutal and so over the top with its violence. I love it so much.
Okay, see, look, you're gonna make me talk about Human Centipede. New
Like-
topic.
Like, the guy takes a sander, like a portable sander, to a girl's face.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Human Centipede 2, the guy beats off with sandpaper. That's
Yeah.
probably worse.
No.
Beating your own dick with sandpaper,
Right.
or some other girl's face with sandpaper, which is worse? Your own dick with sandpaper. 10 out of 10 times, I feel sorry for that girl, but I did worse to myself.
Well, that just means you enjoyed it if you're doing it to yourself.
I'm just saying.
Like, I feel like once you'd be like, ooh, too
See,
much.
look at you fucking gave me started on Human Centipede. We don't need to have this conversation again.
This is true.
At the moment, we're not talking about Human Centipede. We're talking about jerking off with sandpaper.
But that's from Human Centipede.
I do not like.
Did you pull up the picture so you can take a
I
look
did
at it?
pull up the picture.
All right.
Kyle, you want to see it?
Go
All
fucking
right,
check
this
out the
is
changes he made to the logo.
New and
All right,
improved.
let me
See
look
if
at
you
it.
can catch the details.
Right now, we're having Kyle
what you
fucking
recommended.
look at the new logo that Nick created.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I like that.
Do you notice in the fucking EA?
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Yes.
Dude, speaking of EA Sports, I know you guys don't care, but did you hear about the fucking backlash that they got over the weekend?
No, I actually didn't hear about it.
With the Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
His name being edited out of a song.
You told me about that
Did I
briefly,
already talk to you guys about
but
that?
I didn't hear the details. So,
So, for anyone that doesn't know, Colin Kaepernick, NFL quarterback, he's the one that started all the protesting national anthem. Yada, yada, yada. Everyone should know that part of the story. But he's in like a crazy lawsuit with the NFL because he thinks it looks pretty clear that the league is like blackballing him. Like no one's like signing him. Like there's quarterbacks that are. I don't think he's good. I think
he's
to
the
me
best.
that's part of the reason why he's not signed. Is I don't think he's a good quarterback. But the protesting shit doesn't help.
Whoa.
He's definitely better than some quarterbacks that are on teams right now.
It's
It's just the protesting thing and all the other drama that he adds, even though it's not his fault. He's doing the right thing.
Yeah,
He
he's,
is,
He's
but-
getting a lot of support from his
Yeah,
fans.
he's bringing
and-
awareness to an important issue, which I respect. That it's just that teams aren't signing him because of the extra.
but
press
it's also
he-
he
Yeah, the drama. That
at the
comes
same
along with
time
it.
though, he had to go in there knowing that, right? Because as a professional team, you have to go, okay, I'm bringing this player. Are they worth the amount of tension that they're going to be bringing?
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why he's not signed. So he's in a huge lawsuit with the NFL about them basically shunning him because of his protest. So the new Madden's coming out, and people are finally getting able to play it. And so he's not in the game, but that's for legal reasons. EA Sports didn't have the rights to use him as a player.
Interesting.
But in one of the songs that's on there, it's YG songs Big Bank, which features Big Sean and Nicki Minaj. And in Big Sean's verse, he has a part where he says, I don't remember the actual verse, but he says Kaepernick's name.
Oh,
And Kaepernick was censored like it's a cuss word.
are you kidding?
They-
In the game?
Yeah,
What?
he does the whole verse, and that part is censored. And someone like posted a video, and like the video blew up. Like a bunch of athletes are all like talking about like shame on EA. So they released a statement, and this is the fucked up part of the statement that I thought they kind of threw like their team under the bus a little bit
Instead of
to
just
kind of cover the whole company's ass. To me,
Yeah.
that's what I felt like. Their tweet said. So let me see if I can pull it up to get the exact tweet.
I can see companies doing that just to preserve their. Instead of pinning it on one person, they'll make it a whole team. Like they do that in other situations as well. I feel like.
Well, they find
'Cause
somebody.
just like it's easier to just. It would be out of fairness for adding multiple people to the blame.
Well, usually they find one person and they go, "This was the person that made the decision." Now, I don't know everything about it, but I do think it's fair because it would be. I think it would be even more weird if they had Colin Kaepernick's name in the song, but not him as a player.
Yeah,
I think that would be really weird. I think it's
to have him as a player in the game, but still bleep out his name.
so he's not a player in the game. You can't play him in the game, right? Because he's in a legal battle. Fine, I understand that. His name being bleeped. I understand that too, because they're still in a legal battle, so they still don't have the rights to use that name. It would have been weird if they said his name and he's not in the video game. That would be weird to me.
But the whole thing about it is they're so it's not EA's choice that they don't have the licensing to use him.
Right.
It's NFL. They didn't give EA licensing to use him because of the legal battle that they're in.
Right.
Which Big Sean and YG's song has nothing to do with Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, he's it's a one word in the verse, but the song isn't about him. It's just kind of like Big Sean kind of like shouts him out.
That's good. I mean,
But also EA Sports picked the soundtrack. So they went in knowing that verse was in the song.
See, that's where it gets real muddy because I feel like they should include it if they went out of their way to even like choose that song. There could have been like one person in the company say, "Man, this song's pretty fire," and then all of this other allegations come up to, cause it to backfire.
I kind of want to see the timeline though.
You want to see the timeline?
I want to see the time because this game's been in development for a while,
is it
right?
The newest one?
Yeah.
It's the newest one.
So,
but they already said that they can fix it like that. The censoring, it's not a big deal to fix it. Mm-hmm. They said in the next update, which comes out, I think tomorrow, it will be fixed. They just have to take off the coding to block that one word.
All I'm saying is, maybe they had the song
for updates,
and they just couldn't. They didn't have enough time to pick another song, so they figured that, we're not able to use Colin Kaepernick. We'll just edit his name out, and it'll be fine, right?
Okay, I found their actual.
There's not a lot of
tweet.
songs that rappers include like NFL players in it, or is there?
Yeah, if
there
any
should be
big
a
name
lot of-
player,
any
they
big
get
name.
a lot of shout outs.
Yeah.
Basketball, football, they get a lot of shout outs in rap songs. So this was their actual tweet. It says, "We made an unfortunate mistake with our Madden NFL soundtrack. Members of our team misunderstood the fact that while we don't have the rights to include Colin Kaepernick in the game, this doesn't affect the soundtracks.
Well,
we
that's
messed
good.
up." So in that sense, where they said we messed up, they kind of took ownership for it, but I still felt like they put some of the blame on their team. And
Which I mean is fair.
On their the NFL team or the
no,
on
the
the
actual
production.
game dev.
And then it
game
also-
devs. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It also says, we messed up and the edit should have never happened. We'll make it right and update to Madden NFL 19 on August 6th, which is tomorrow. That will include the reference again. We meant no disrespect and we apologize to Colin, YG, Big Sean, to the NFL, to all the players and fans for this mistake.
For exclusive.
So they owned up to it, but also feel like in the process of them owning up to it, they also kind of like, our team made a mistake.
Which
they
they
misunderstood.
They did though.
You know how much
Yeah.
money they would make off of like an exclusive later content DLC where they include like a playable character as Kaepernick.
I also
And
feel
people
though,
could pay.
I don't think they'll be able to add him in the
even
the game
like
at all.
even
Unless,
if it
like-
was just like a DLC character. If it extends to them, I don't know how.
Well, Madden doesn't have like paid DLC. They do roster updates every time, and it automatically updates for you.
and
You don't have to pay for
it'll input the
anything
players?
online.
When they do roster updates, they actually add players, or
Yeah.
that's interesting.
So even if like a team signs Colin Kaepernick and he's still in this legal battle, there'll be a roster update, and they'll just be like a no-named character. They'll give it some random name. It will have all of Colin Kaepernick's stats and stuff like that.
you know what, they could totally still do that. So
That's how they had to do.
Look for the Colin Kaepernick with a different name in the game.
That's how they had to do with like all the old basketball games
Mm-hmm.
with Michael Jordan,
Oh, I can see
because he
that.
never allowed them to use his name in the game because he didn't want them to sell the game based like off of him.
Oh yeah, that's how we. Was
So, like,
able
when
to
you played, like,
keep his
classic teams-
sweet sneaker deals.
When you played like classic teams, you had to
Jordans.
like if you play like a classic Bulls team, there'd be a person that has the same stats, even there's like the same college and stuff, but it wasn't named Michael Jordan. It was named something else.
And he's the only player that could leap and do insane dunks in the version.
He was
of the
Michael
game.
Jordan, but they just didn't have the rights to it.
No, I'm just kidding.
I also feel like this story is also like a non-story. Like in the grand scheme of things, it's just a bunch of people went, "This is dumb."
Well, yeah, like one person pointed it out, and it eventually got to Big Sean and YG, and they were like pissed off about it.
Yeah, but like, why?
Censorship of their music.
Yeah, but there's edited music of their shit all over the place. So, like you listen to the radio and there's words bleeped out.
But
Yeah,
I guess
they
with
liked
them
it a
it was
certain
censored
way.
without
Without
being told about it.
Yeah.
I just
I
Because
feel
you probably
like
to
there's
censor
gotta
their
be
songs, you probably need their consent to do it
that-
because you're editing their work.
again, I don't
Look,
know.
just because you're racist, we don't need to.
No, it actually has nothing. I just again in the grand scheme of things, his name wasn't in a song. Okay, like
It was how they handled it, though.
the
They
way
censored it
handled
as if it was a cuss word.
but they don't. But again, like I was trying to say, if he's not in the game, why have a song that shouts him out?
It's literally it's almost like a throwaway line in the song. The song has nothing to do with him. His name is just said.
Or what they could do is not even have that like verse in the game. Because I don't know about you, I never hear all the music in like when I'm playing those games. I only hear like the snippet.
Yeah. You just,
So why don't they have like
I hear the players
the chorus
more than
of
the
the
music.
song? You know what I mean?
The players
I
yelling
think
at
that's
each
probably
other.
make things worse.
How?
Because it'd be like, why pick that song then?
Why not like
If you're only gonna have,
turn the sound effects up and then play your own music outside
Again,
of the game?
I mean, people probably do that too. But
I do the play games with headphones all the time.
To
It's
me,
like sometimes like you'll get you in a different zone if you're listening to something like not the same music the say like whatever game you may be playing.
yeah.
And like the same music over and over might get you a little frustrated, especially if you're dying a lot or depending on whatever type of game you're playing. But with like Madden, I feel like it depends on what kind of experience you want. If you're raising the different levels of the sound effects.
Because I feel like the music's just on the main menu screen, right? It's not during the actual video game itself. Because usually,
the stadiums, like you'll hear it in the game too.
like
Oh, there would be like
out of the
Like
plays,
during-
though,
like-
right?
Like
It's not-
if you're in the middle of a game, like during the kickoff, the
Yeah.
stadium will play music and you can hear parts
Right.
of it.
But what I'm saying is, to that, you don't hear the full song. So you wouldn't need the... Again, it just... To me, I feel like there would be different ways for them to handle this.
The biggest way would not pick that song at all, because if you listen to the whole song, there's no reason why that song should be mad.
Yeah. You know what I bet
But I
it
think
is?
also a big deal about
I
it
bet
is
they were developing the song, and they had the song to begin with, because they thought they were going to have Colin Kaepernick, and then they got into the legal battle, and then the
Colin
NFL
Kaepernick
went,
wasn't in the last one.
Was it for the same reason?
Yeah, he wasn't in the last one, so they knew they weren't going to have.
Well, then, I don't know, because I'm not a EA game dev, but it just seems like a bunch of missteps on their part. That could have just been...
Well, I also think what the bigger deal is, I don't think the rest of that song is censored in the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the rest of that song is. I think that's why it was.
I mean, I would assume so if it's an E for Everyone game and the game has cuss words.
Yeah. Well, they've been implementing a lot more parental control options so you can change the titles to be explicit or non-explicit for like younger ages,
Right.
which is like that's good because that just diffuses the situation of people putting the blame on violence on video games because
It would be tight,
that was
though,
just a
like-
stupid argument to begin with.
If you can play like a version of like any sports game, Madden 2K or whatever, with like a different commentary where it's just like, oh, you see him fucking dunk on that bitch? Like you just get like super over the top aggressive.
So,
That would be like that would be the like dream to like implement like those sort of modifications.
Yeah, like
into,
non-proper commentary.
you get
It's
like an
it's like
imported
if
commentary.
it's like
yeah.
if like you and a friend were like just chilling watching the game. You guys were like doing your own bullshit commentary. It's like that was fucking crazy. Like I can't believe he just fucking jumped over that dude.
So, a little bit of a segue because you brought up
Look at that airtime.
Madden. Have you heard what they're doing with FIFA, the new FIFA game?
No, but I'm probably excited about it. I haven't bought a FIFA game in years, but every time I've ever played a soccer game, it's like the most fun ever.
So they have a game mode where there's no referees.
Oh, very interesting.
That's pretty cool.
You can turn off the referees. They also have another game mode where it's not battle royale, but
See, I want people.
but no, listen, it's to where every time you score a goal, you lose somebody off your team, and the person that gets 5 characters loses the game. So if you're
So if you
scoring, you're
score-
losing.
Then what's the point? What? That's stupid.
It
I feel
gives the
like
game
you're
a new-
saying it wrong.
No,
I feel like if you're scoring, they're losing players.
you're losing players.
That's
Oh.
stupid.
Oh, so every time they score, you lose a player.
So yeah, every time you score, right,
They lose a player.
you would lose a player.
Oh,
Like if I just scored, now I have one less person.
that would
and then when
be
I get
really cool.
No,
You
but
would
then
have
when I
one-
get down to 5 people, I lose the game because I kept scoring.
Well, yeah, but
Isn't
it
that what
gives
you just said?
Yeah, but it gives you new.
But that's the only way to get points. Like the first one to lose all their players wins. But then it gets really hard because you're only using like 2
Yeah,
or 1
I
character.
feel like you don't have that right. That sounds stupid.
No, I definitely have it right.
Then why would you keep scoring? Like if I'm playing someone in that mode, they score the first time. I don't try to score ever.
Yeah. You know what I've noticed? A lot of these newer games coming out. I used to use cheat codes a lot, like on the older systems.
I don't even know if cheat codes are still a thing.
That's
No,
what
they're
I'm
called-
saying. That's why
They're called game mods.
Yeah, they just call them mods now. They don't call them. I think that's the new thing. Like, you
Like,
don't
I
really
wonder if,
see
like-
cheat codes where you can input like the old Konami code is. They used to. You used to be able to put that in on to multiple games back in the day, and
Yeah.
and it would like do different things in each one, obviously, but was totally like a thing of a phase that had to do within the video game history. I feel like you don't really see it that much anymore. But
Yeah,
you get replaced with texture mods, and
But then again, the
that's
only
cheat codes
game
in itself
that
What
I
game
would
be
play right
deserving?
now, where like cheat codes would be a thing, would be GTA 5.
GTA 5 and like any baseball game would be tight. I like playing like baseball games on like big head mode, and there was like one where I missed the ones where can you rush the mound in MLB?
I haven't played a baseball game in years.
Yeah, I used to be really into sports games, but the last one I would be able to go back and play would be FIFA, or at some chance maybe try one of the hockey games, but those aren't that popular.
You know what
You-
also was always surprisingly fun? Fucking golf games. Like the old
Oh.
Tiger Wood PGA games. You're literally just playing fucking golf, which is the most boring thing in the world. But the video games were fun for some reason.
Yeah, they're hell tight. You could get really good at them. I used to do Super Monkey Ball Golf. That one was just one of the mini games. That was pretty fun. It's like all balance.
Speaking of golf, one thing I've been wanting to go to Top Golf.
Top Golf,
Yeah.
is that like an indoor golf range?
It's like a driving range that has like a bunch of different stories. And you
No
you
way.
just chill, fucking drink beer and hit golf balls.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
I want to say the closest one to here is in Roseville.
That'd be worth a drive because I got pretty upset when they had closed down Green Tree Golf Course here in Vacaville when it used to be over by the auto malls. And that's would be the perfect day. Like if you weren't doing anything, I feel like driving some balls at the golf course. You
Yeah,
just drive over there and like hit as long as you want. Like
There's
just fill up a
also-
whole bucket.
At least at the one I seen in Vegas, there's also like on the very back end, there's like giant big screens. They're just playing all different whatever sporting events are on at the time.
Did I wonder if they have ones where you like are able to hit stuff way off in the distance and it actually does like a sound effect, or what if they have to have something that exists like that where it's a driving range and there's stuff that you can activate out in the field. Kind of
I'm sure there is.
Kind of like when you go to Santa Cruz and at the old arcade there, which is hella badass. I haven't been there in a while, but they have the shooting ranges at Disneyland and also like the old arcades where you shoot it and the light hits the target. Kind of like the same idea, but like with golf. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go do Topgolf. That would be fun.
You know, it was one of the best games to use cheat codes in though.
Which one?
Tony Hawk.
Tony, yeah, all the Tony.
Because what you would do is me and my buddy would do like
Unlimited.
unlimited grind, unlimited manuals,
And then you just be going in a circle.
and we would just do horse, and we would just see who could do the biggest fuck you combo, and just go to our other buddy and be like, okay, go.
I think that was the first game I ever heard cuss words in it. Was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the Nintendo 64.
Really?
It was the first time the music like had cussing in it. If you ran into there was a stage that you were in New York,
Yeah.
and when you would grind or run into the taxi cab drivers, they would cuss at you.
Right. I think
It was
Pro
great.
Skater. Was it 2? I don't know which one it was, but there was one where a custom skin was the black suit Spider-Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
that
my
one.
god, that was so dope to me as a kid. I was like, what? Tony Hawk and Spider-Man crossed over?
Yeah.
This is crazy. And then the craziest
It'd be
thing
like
was in
Tony Hawk and Spider-Man name a better duo. I'll wait.
was I don't know if it came first. I think it came first in Underground, or was it American Wasteland, where you could get off your skateboard. Like that was the biggest thing.
Underground.
What?
It was Tony Hawk's Underground.
I could hop off my skateboard.
That opened up whole new avenues to that game.
Yeah, and then in American Wasteland, you could hop on a bike, and there were no loading screens as soon as you hopped in a game. I was like, "Are you no loading screens?
Even better.
I
That
can
was,
just
like, one of
travel the map?"
Few games back in the day that didn't even was that fast at loading.
Oh, I played American Wasteland so much.
Speaking of Tony Hawk, he just turned 50 and he put out a video of him doing 50 tricks at age 50.
I mean, I respect it.
That's pretty freaking sweet. Like the grandfather of freaking skate history right there, still at it.
The craziest thing, and again, I'm not trying to lessen what he did, but Tony Hawk's biggest trick was just spinning around in a circle. Like, I could
Just
never
to
do
have
it.
that amount of momentum to the point where when you're landing it, you can't see where you're landing until you do it.
Yeah,
Is how
like-
he describes it. Oh
But-
my god.
But the fact that his rise to fame was, I just spun around in a circle with a piece of wood underneath me.
And as the years had gone by, the decks and the wheels sizes had changed.
Yeah.
And things like got tweaked and the moves started getting different.
Still, one of the craziest things that I like to watch in X Games is the big air.
Oh yeah, you could watch any sport go down and do the big air, and it's just extremely wild. Like
Did you?
skateboards, bikes. They probably do scooters now.
I forget the guy's name. I want to say his first name was Jake, but do you remember the guy that went up and lost it? He jumped off his board, landed straight on the ramp, hit so hard his shoes flew off.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
That
Was that
crazy.
Was that on the landing after he had landed on the big ramp?
Yeah,
and
that
he-
was him
and he
going off
had
the
all-
vert. He
Oh,
went up on the vert,
vertical ramp. Oh my
totally
God.
lost control, backed away from the skateboard, landed on the bottom of the ramp, and just
The impact threw his shoes
threw
off.
his shoes off, and he was just laying there. And I was like, oh, God.
He
And I looked at my mom. I was like, Mom, I want to do that. And she looked at me with this look that was like, no, you're not.
Oh
That's
my
kind of what
gosh.
happened during the Forrest Griffin Stephen Bonner fight. I looked at my mom. I was like, Mom, I kind of want to start, doing some Mixed martial arts.
That's funny. I've been like, maybe it's just because of all of our interests, but I just want to do Muay Thai or something, like some type of jiu-jitsu.
No, I've been telling you, I want to do like
I want to
jiu-jitsu.
do jiu-jitsu.
I just don't know where to go.
Yeah, something where it's like welcoming but also humble.
Like, yeah, there's one like in downtown, but
I don't want it to be.
I don't know if it's a good school. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I definitely been wanting to look into doing jiu-jitsu.
But yeah, jiu-jitsu would be fun. I kind of want to do Muay Thai.
Muay Thai would
Learning
be
how to do Muay Thai would be
cool.
kind of cool.
I think jiu-jitsu would be fun just because I've always liked it. Like, I know when people watch UFC and stuff, that's like the boring part. People start to boo and stuff. But I've always been interested with like all the transitions.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It also be a really good like fucking full core body workout.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the reason why they're booing is because they can't see what's going on. But to me, two guys laying on the ground is just as boring as two guys walking around in a circle when there's nothing going on, when they're just stagnant and they're just taking a break.
Each of them
also
are playing so careful that they're trying
But
to
when
go
two
for
guys
that.
are like legitimately like swapping positions and going after like a submission after submission, that's exciting. I don't care who you are. That is exciting on the ground. But it's just
but people still find it boring.
Well, that's because people just want to see two guys hit each other. Which, if that's the case,
they're both waiting for the knockout.
go watch
punch.
something else.
Like, there was one of the fights last night. I don't remember which fight it was. It's not important. But this guy was, like, working for a guillotine choke.
Yeah.
And the fucking crowd was booing. And Joe Rogan's like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? He almost has the choke locked in.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of movement going on.
Well, you know what I think?
So people get bored. They just want to see people fight.
I think the bad thing about it is because we've talked about it. I think the thing is when you're actually there live, I don't think they're looking up at the screen. So they're just seeing two guys on the ground, not a lot of movement going on. Like Joe Rogan's cage side, so he can see every little thing going on. Mm-hmm. If I'm 10 rows back, I can't see that. So all I see is a boring fight. It's more exciting when two guys are standing and...
I feel like if you're at one of those events live, you're watching the fucking screen. You're there to watch the fucking TV.
Yeah, but I mean, again, some people
don't. Is there a TV
don't.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever arena they're in. They
There's,
still have
huge screens, but...
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't know if it was like an NBA. I wouldn't hope there would be an NBA-style screen above them.
Well, this one that they did last night was in Staples Center.
Oh, then it definitely did.
So they have the Staples Center
That's good.
screen up there.
Yeah, I would hope that they would have the up-close cameras because they got like cameras totally have access ringside because they're streaming it to TV, so everybody at home could watch it too.
Yeah, they're getting the same view as us. I think it's weird though when people boo stuff like that. It's like, then why isn't boxing more popular?
Finally,
so you want to see people fucking throw at each other? Just watch boxing.
Because boxing has gotten a bad rap over the years for being what's it called? I don't want to say dirty, but
Fixed.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you. That's the right word. Fixed. So
I taught my dad how to watch UFC fights on YouTube, and he's been sitting at the table quite periodically watching them now all year. Like I was like almost taking a nap the other day, and I'll hear like cheering and like people fighting in the background. I'm like, what the heck's that noise? And I think the TV's on, but it's like off his phone. I'm like, wow, he actually remembered how to do it. Not that many parents are tech savvy.
I mean, you could also just go, Dad, see that little magnifying glass? Type it, and just type in 3 words, UFC.
You would be surprised how hard the search bar can be looked for.
Like,
that can get lost pretty easily.
And just hit enter.
But even like by a simple update, and like it could move the search somewhere else.
I hate when that shit like updates and it changes everything. I'm like, why? It was doing so good before.
Yeah.
You fucked everything up.
You know, I think that's the secret weapon against Apple users is these updates. They're updating periodically to keep everything running smoothly on the new phones, but maybe they are accounting for this. Maybe I could be wrong, but my assumption is that these new updates are upscaling on the older phones as well. So the older phones are slowing down because of this newer content that requires the new processors to run.
Apple's actually released a statement saying that they do that.
They totally do it?
Yeah, they send a release and they go, well, it's there. You can opt out. Like, you can opt out of, like, the newer updates and whatever, but it's not in plain view. And that's
I
what
should have done that with one of my.
that's what pisses everybody off.
And it's also, it totally is a licensing issue because I had looked up before on degrading a certain firmware on an iPod Touch, kind of like jailbreaking it,
Right.
but just putting it to an older version because that older version actually ran much smoother.
Right.
But because they don't license that version anymore, it's available online. But when you put it on the iPod, it won't work for some reason.
And again,
It's just the Apple's covering its butt to keep you buying the new stuff.
exactly. They release these new updates, and a lot of the times what's funny is it actually breaks your phone, so you have to go buy the new Apple product.
Well, Apple admitted it's doing that.
Yeah, they've sent out many releases that this is what we do, and people go, "Why didn't you tell us?" And then they go, "Well, in subsection B of paragraph 200."
And where you're
This-
accepting
of
the
that thing
terms
that
and
you didn't read
agreements.
that said you agreed to.
Yeah, it says you
The
can
one
opt
that has
in or out.
the one that has 200 pages.
Yeah, they go, you can opt in or out, and it's right here. And they go, but this isn't like in plain view, so you're kind of hiding it. And they go, no, we're not. We're not hiding it at all. But they are.
It took me a long time to disable it, but there was like one update I had done that like my phone was practically harassing me to add a credit card to Apple Pay.
Yeah.
To do the automatic like swipe thing. What if I like brush past something that I don't even mean? It doesn't work like that, but having that thought in my mind
Yeah, you still have to like open up the app.
yeah.
Well,
but
and
if you walk past something, you just like buy something from rubbing up against it, or someone has like a device that can, activate it and they get money from you.
Yeah, but now that is now technically a credit card.
Yeah.
Right? So if you get that
turn your
stolen,
phone- oh God. Your
now
phone's a
they have your credit
now.
card and all that information.
That's why I don't save my input information online.
No, I very
I went back
rarely
and
do it.
deleted it all, even on my computer. Cause
I have it saved on a few things.
that's good. I like the freaky thing is that exists are like if someone is able to install a keylogger, if you download some sort of virus, then that virus has a keylogger in it. It can track every typed thing that you had put into your computer. So if you put your login information, if that program is installed, it tells the person that has that sister program that's linked to your computer what the input information is. And it's like that's what happened to my mom, and we had to wipe the computer and
Yeah.
make it a clean slate because all the information on there was already at someone's access, and they were controlling the computer from a
Happened to me
remote
with, like, an old-
desktop.
Happened to me with like an old shitty Dell laptop, or not laptop, Dell desktop we had.
Oh, Dells were designed to break on you after a certain period of time at one point, but now they fixed it. But that was
I
such a
wouldn't get a
scam.
Dell after like my experiences when I had it like a long time ago.
They had huge battery problems, especially the laptops. What did you not like about Dell laptops?
No, it wasn't a laptop. It was a desktop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the age of computers.
But like it would get
crazy.
It
to
would get
think
hacked
that,
easily. It's fucking terrible.
to think that we've all been growing up in the age of evolution of computers. It's really interesting. The age of a lot of stuff that is all technology based.
Fucking Age of Ultron, dude.
Age of Ultron, yo. I respect you, Tony. You gonna get Thanos.
I was really disappointed in that movie.
You the more you think about the Avengers,
No, I mean,
Or-
not like Infinity War. Like, that was a
Infinity
good movie.
yeah.
Age of Ultron.
It,
That movie just saddens me to my core.
there
'Cause
are
they-
no strings on me.
They had such... Because the teaser was like, oh, God. He's like...
He's a puppet.
He's maniacal. He's intimidating. This is crazy. And then you watch him in the movie and you go, no, he's just Tony Stark and a robot. So he's Iron Man without Tony Stark. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it
And
was
then
just an evil Iron Man.
And then they were hyping up to kill off Hawkeye. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, I might come back. Oh, when I get back, I'll finish this. Here's my family. Here's, some emotional ties. And then they kill off Quicksilver.
You know what? I was
And I was
upset
like,
that they killed off
seriously?
Quicksilver because they needed someone who could run fast.
I was like, the one character you kill off is Quicksilver.
That was like the only other speed person besides the different types of Flashes in Marvel, correct?
Well,
It was Quicksilver?
Flash isn't in Marvel.
Oh, I just effed that up. He's in DC.
Yeah, he's in DC.
He's
Yeah.
the Marvel.
Way to go.
He's the Marvel equivalent of
Pretty
the
much.
DC's Flash.
Another fast.
Let me put it that way.
In Marvel though would be Nightcrawler
Okay.
because he can teleport.
Teleportation.
No, the
If you could
fastest
have any
character is
superpower-
SpongeBob when he was a superhero. You want to see me run to that hill and back?
You want to see me do it again? No, I just.
Dude, you know, it's an underrated show. It's actually hella funny.
I think it's overrated.
Yeah, all right. You're right.
shit.
I don't watch it anymore. I can tell you that.
I used to watch it all the time.
I just like how I say the opposite opinion of you, and you're like, yeah,
no, I was
No,
like-
Nick.
I was
you
throwing it
give
out
up.
there.
You're just like, yeah, I guess.
I still think the best thing, and I've told you guys this before, was when I put my dad in like a SpongeBob paradox.
Oh,
Because I used to have two Nickelodeon channels when I was living at my parents' house. So my dad left. So what I did was I changed the channel to SpongeBob. I went, he's going to try to change it back. I'm going to get him. So I changed it to the other channel, which was playing the same exact SpongeBob episode at the same exact time.
oh, nice.
So I just sat there and I left the remote right there. And I'm just sitting and my dad walks back in and he changes it. And he goes, really, SpongeBob? Fucking dumbass. And he changes it again. I was like, ha, you're the dumbass stuck in it.
Oh, so he changed it.
And then did you kill yourself?
No.
That was really bad.
I was just like, got him.
And then he threw his son out the window.
And then he went, well, that,
And then he put Kyle up for adoption.
and then he went, well, that was slightly annoying and just changed it back.
I feel like I'm trying to remember some of the shows that I'd seen when I was younger where it's like questionable, like should I be watching this with my parents, or like it was just weird to watch it with your parents because they would say like, what the hell is this?
Cow and chicken.
Yeah, Cow and Chicken was a weird. Well, Ren and Stimpy was pretty out there.
Ed and Eddie.
My parents didn't think
We
that show was
watched
weird.
Spirited Away. Did you ever
They
see
thought
that?
Robot Chicken was weird as fuck.
Well, that I wouldn't consider Robot Chicken. Like, yes, it's animation, but it's more made for like teenage and like I would. It's like Family Guy, or South Park. They're animations, but they're meant for older kids.
The few times I did watch like Dragon Ball Z, they'd be like, "Oh, watching Dragon Balls."
I feel the same about Ren and Stimpy though. Like, I think Ren and Stimpy was made for like older
Who the
audiences.
fuck is calling your house, and why do you have a house phone? Because I can hear that shit ringing.
I know that's. I feel like we don't even actually answer it. To be completely honest,
Why do
it's
you
there
have
to.
one?
Because it's.
'Cause they just don't wanna take it
a
out.
landline for a security system.
Okay.
For ADT, they need a landline.
Well, shit. When
So-
someone's breaking in, you'll fucking never answer the phone. You're gonna come in one day. You're gonna get fucking kidnapped.
It's hooked up like with the security system, of course. Like if it's an outside
Going for it.
occurrence, like they'll call the guardian that has their cell number written down. But what's convoluted about that is my mom doesn't live here anymore, and I think she is the legal guardian that
Shit.
has that. But she doesn't. I live here.
Right?
So I need to put my number on it. That's what I'm getting at. I need to call ADT and get this fixed.
Yeah, there was a while where we had like weird TV shows, like
There was a weird phase of animation and
the
TV
Monster
shows.
Show.
all
Real Monsters.
Yeah, that one was like, what the fuck?
cat and dog and
Cat
all
and
real
dog.
monsters.
And then it like as we were getting older, like I felt like the kids shows were getting weirder, but it was just because I was getting older. Like
You started to see.
I enjoyed Adventure Time. I enjoyed Lumberjack or Flapjack.
I didn't watch any
Adventure
of those.
Time, the greatest. Oh, I can't think of the other. It's like just like Adventure Time, but it's something Greatest Heroes. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
The regular show, that one was pretty sick.
Oh yeah,
I like the regular
Rigby
show.
and Mordecai.
Yeah, but then like the Adventures of Gumball, I was like, you're
That's
kind of
when, you know,
you're kind
that-
of losing me there.
That animation style that they used for a regular show, you started seeing the same animators or animation style in so many other shows, and that's where it gets kind of, less interesting because I like the variety that the shows used to have. Like, it was Angry Beavers. Did you ever used to watch that one?
Yeah.
That's an old one.
Yeah.
That one was kind of, corny and
Yeah, that was more.
more guy humor in it instead of, being well-rounded.
But I think what happened was regular show just came out and everyone liked it, so people went, "Oh, we have to do exactly what regular show's doing," and that's kind of what's going on with the video game world. That's why every single game comes out and they're like, "It's kind of a game. Here you go," and then they wait to see what the crowd's reaction is, and then they go,
Is it
"Oh,
fucking with that?
we'll change it."
That's what I was wondering. I heard that. I'm like, oh, and then he's rubbing the the mic stand over there, and
I don't know why.
we're wondering if it's picking up on the sound recording, but
because
we're
this
not
time I actually
sure.
bumped into it. I wasn't sure.
I know when I touch the holder, it'll make really loud creaky noises, and it'll probably hurt everybody's ears. Which
I don't know why. I'm just sitting here, just like not really paying attention.
Yeah,
It's very subtle. I don't think it's picking it up, but I don't know. You never know.
That's definitely something I'm gonna have to get used to. Is like not using my hands to touch things. Like if you guys notice, like I'll grab that pen over there and I'll just be flicking with it because I need something to do with my hands.
You need to get one of those things where you just like twirl it in your hand.
I need something because I feel like I'm always like touching my mic or something.
Never picked up or even wanted to touch a fidget spinner for some reason.
I don't know how to use them.
You don't know?
I've never
like,
used one before.
I've never used one either. Like, but for some reason when they came out, I just like implemented the goal into my mind that I would never use one for some reason.
I mean, I get.
But the fidget, they have this thing called the fidget cube.
Yeah.
That makes complete sense, like, for people that need to be doing something with their hands because it has an analog stick on one side, a directional pad on another.
Yeah, my brother has one of those. And he'll fuck with it.
And it's like, one of them's like a light switch and it's hella tight. And that, like, it has more, I feel, has more fulfillment instead of when they came out with the fidget spinner. Everybody, like, oh, if that person has it, then I want to have it too. Like, and then everybody started using them.
Well, what happened with the fidget spinner is the people that vape got a hold of it. As soon as that happened,
Vape Nation,
everyone
bro.
went, oh, so the only people that use fidget spinners are people who vape and play Call of Duty.
I still remember when
You're like, my fidget
dude we
spinner has
worked with
lights on it.
fucking bring his.
Mine has sparkles too.
I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, whenever he'd bring his to work, I'm just like, yeah, you're totally one of those guys. that
You
would
are
do that.
legitimately one of those people that has a fidget spinner. But yeah,
I'll tell you who we're talking about off air.
but again,
if you don't already know.
I think I
I've
exactly
never had one, but I mean, I could see like me messing with one. I just never got one because I just never got one. It wasn't because
If
I was
I
like,
got one, I would get a high quality one instead
I'd probably
of,
get
like,
one
I
that
wouldn't
lights up.
lowball myself. I would
not gonna
get
lie.
something good.
Like my brother had one.
I want
I'd
something
fuck
to
with it.
do
I didn't know how to
something.
use it. I didn't know how to like fucking hold it in and flick it and keep it going. So I was like, all right, well that's cool.
I want something that has like a little LED like fan that goes out onto it, and that when you spin it a certain speed, it does an animation of like a cartoon
Right.
that you actually see. That would
That's doing too much. Just get a fucking laser pointer.
speaking of,
they have like light bars that people use for poi, where the LED strip will create an animation when you swing it. And it's insane. I would have to show you a video.
Speaking of
another time.
fans.
But what were you gonna say,
did
Kyle?
you guys ever have that controller that had a fan inside of it?
Yeah. What controller
I don't
was
know
it
what
for?
you're
It was
talking
for a game system.
It was a GameCube. It was a GameCube controller. It was
It was
like a thick ass GameCube
It was
controller,
like an old Game Shark.
and the handles would like blow air out to your palms, so that way they wouldn't get sweaty. It never worked at all.
Yeah, it just make your hands
I
more
never knew
sweaty.
that
Give
was a
your
thing.
hands a reason to sweat.
One of my buddies had one, and like I never turned on the fan, like because whenever I went over there to use it, it just didn't work.
What if? Oh, it would be a cool prank if the fans were strong enough. You would stick something inside the controller, and then when you would turn it on, it would blow out onto his.
Oh, rude. I feel like you'd mess up a controller that way, though.
You put a bunch of flour in it.
Like that would definitely be like a wasted controller, and I'd be like, well, gotta go pick up another one to
Dude.
prank somebody else.
I want to do that. I want to put like a shallow amount of flour in someone's tailpipe in their car, like loose enough to where it wouldn't cause any problems.
Right.
Because people have, like stick bananas in people's tailpipes and it'll like stop the car from running because there's no way for the exhaust to go out.
Yeah, screw those people.
Yeah. Hopefully it hasn't happened to either of you guys, but
Not that I'm aware of. My car still runs.
I think the
No.
last prank I had seen on a vehicle, somebody took hot water bag, and they put it on the tailpipe, and it filled up and it exploded and just made a really loud noise.
Yeah.
Freaked the person out while they're driving.
I was never into like
Pranks or
pranks that like messed up people's stuff.
oh, that would make total
Speaking-
sense. That's why I only stuck to like scare stuff. I would, hide behind like a door that would get opened up towards me, like just stuff like that. Or you walk into a room and you're standing on the other side of the door seal, but enough to where they can't see you when they walk past you.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
I
That reminded me-
never did stuff to harm people.
I remember one time me and my buddies, we fucked with another one of our friends' cars. Not anything bad. We got like the washable markers and wrote on the windows.
Yeah.
Got like the silly string.
That's what we would
And
do
we
with
wrote a
Saran
bunch of
wrap.
shit on his car. Just nothing that was even bad. We just fuck with it. I forgot why. He was just being real weird. Lately, so we're like, yeah, let's just go fuck with this car. We're bored. It was like 2 in the morning. We went to Walmart, bought a bunch of that shit, and just fucked with this car.
Yes.
And then the next time he came over to hang out, we seen him, and he didn't say anything about it. He didn't say no one fucked with his car or anything.
Oh no.
And then
Oh no.
no,
I think I'm.
What?
Go ahead.
I don't think you know. Where
Let's
this is
finish the
going.
story,
Okay.
Kyle.
If you had this idea, it would be funny. But so eventually, we're just like, we went to eat, and we're like, we finally just said, "Yo, what the fuck? How come you didn't say anything about your car?" And he's like, "What are you guys talking about?" His fucking mom seen it and cleaned off his car.
Oh,
She washed his car.
No way.
Yeah, while he was sleeping, his mom was the nicest fucking woman ever,
Aw.
dude. She was super sweet. She went out there, I guess she was leaving or something. When she came back, she fucking cleaned his car, like the outside of his car. She like washed it. And he's like, yeah, I had no clue you guys did anything to my car. And we're just like, God damn it. So next time we all see his mom, we all apologize. And then we're just messing with him. And it's like, oh no, we figured that's what it was. But, I just wanted to clean the car.
Damn it.
And we're just like, God damn it.
I thought you were going somewhere else. I thought you accidentally like messed up somebody else's car.
Oh, no. Because we were outside of his house.
That's funny you say that because that's happened to someone I know. Their parents went out and cleaned it up before they knew it happened.
Yeah, he had no fucking clue it happened. And we were so mad.
See,
All that hard work.
that's nice because my dad would like wake me up and be
The
like,
inside
"Hey,
jokes written on the windows.
go clean up your car and then tell your friends not to fuck with your car anymore." We're like, okay.
Yeah, it was
Thanks,
just like,
Dad.
we were so upset.
Oh man.
Because
Yeah,
he
actually,
legitimately
yeah.
had no clue what we were talking
I
about.
would feel hella bad. I'd be like,
Because his mom didn't even tell him that she washed the car.
right.
Like, she didn't even tell him what happened.
Oh my gosh. It's like so. It
So
literally
she
was
probably
like it not
didn't even think it was
happened.
us. She probably just thought it was some asshole kids
Right.
And wanted to.
just fucking with the car. So she didn't even tell him anything. And then we're just like, God damn
Oh
it.
my gosh.
I'm like,
I wonder why she wouldn't tell him even if it did get all cleaned up. Yeah.
because I
that's-
mean,
It wasn't
if
that
the
big of a
problem
deal.
went
yeah,
away,
it's
why
not
bring up the
that big a
problem?
deal. Yeah, if
You
it
know?
went away, then why not even bring it up?
You know,
It
like
never- Mystery
censoring
paint.
Colin Kaepernick's name.
No, you didn't hear
They
nothing.
should've just
It got
cleaned it
bleeped.
up.
Leave him out of this.
I mean, I did, and I'd get it. I'd have to put him back in.
Kaepernick, no.
I'm gonna censor this. I'm gonna name this episode "Kyle Hates Kaepernick."
Go ahead, because I do.
That's a good idea.
Like,
Good
even
logic.
before, like, that whole thing started, I never liked Kaepernick to begin with.
Oh, no one did.
Just because
Everyone thought he sucked.
I was a big, like, Alex Smith fan. Like, after the game where he had a concussion and he still played and won the game, like, I was like, hands down, like,
You're like, I'm fucking blowing that guy.
I'm greatest, boom, all time, right? And then just because Kaepernick was like the new flavor in town, they went, we'll put him in. And then everyone was like, oh my God, he's the greatest thing ever. I was like, no, he's just played like 3 games and nobody knows what he can do. Like the game where he just ran like, wasn't it like 50 yards to a touchdown?
I remember he had some play like that when he first started.
And everyone was like, oh my God, that's crazy. I was like, no, he's just played 2 games and has never done that before. And I told my buddy, they're like, oh yeah, the Niners are going to win because they got Kaepernick. I looked at him and I went, well, no, because what's going to happen is the Ravens are going to have 2 weeks to prepare, and they're going to completely shut down Kaepernick. And that's what happened.
So this is totally off topic, but I just seen right now that the Tekken 7 Season 2, like, fight, like, Season Pass or whatever,
Yeah.
they're going to have Negan from The Walking Dead.
Are you
as a
serious?
playable character.
I feel like that's
Negan?
more of a Mortal Kombat thing to do.
That's probably why they're doing it, because Mortal Kombat had all those crossovers.
They're
Yeah.
gonna
Like they had,
aren't they making Mortal Kombat 11?
Probably.
Yeah, they're gonna
But I know
do
in
a lot
9
of. They're gonna do even more crossovers in that one, apparently.
I'd imagine so, because they've all been popular.
Mm-hmm.
Like in 9, they had...
But the Tekken
Freddy
crossover,
Krueger.
when they added, Gaz, he starts with a G. Gaz or someone from the Ultimate Fighter series, not Ultimate Fighter series. Yeah, it is. World of Fighters. That's what it is. It's a World
Oh,
of
I know what you're
Fighters
talking
game. Geese. Is
I
his
don't
name.
know much about Tekken, honestly.
Yeah, like
you know what
they.
game I missed from back in the day? Fucking Clay Fighters 63 and 1/3 or 2/3. That game was dope.
Oh, absolutely. I miss like some of the old punching games that you could do on 64. Like they even had like taunting in that too. Like alt Punch Out, I think it was. It was just and
Yeah, Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
That game was
But-
fucking hard, dude.
Yeah, it actually
God damn,
really
that game
effing
was
is.
fucking hard.
Just like some of the inputs in it, like unless you played it for hours, were so precise. But I just this pulled up like 3 hours ago. But the Northern California fire, for anybody wanted like an update on that, it's just claimed its 7th victim. And it has burned over about 150,000 acres.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's bigger
That's
than...
even bigger than like anything that's been happening
I forget what
earlier this
state
year.
they said, but it's bigger than a state.
Yeah, it's like
How much of it is contained? Does it have that on there?
I maybe I might be getting the area wrong, but you know how there's Half Moon Bay. I think it's
like near San Francisco.
okay. Yeah, no, it's not near San Francisco. Maybe Crescent Moon. Or Salt Lake. It's near Salt Lake, rather. That area. But it's just the 2 fires that were going on had met up, and now it's like even worse. I had been wondering about that, so I've been wanting updates on it, and that's where it's at right now. I don't know whether or not if they're. I would imagine the techniques that they're using are a back burn, where they would burn towards the fire, so the fire coming that direction wouldn't have anything else to ignite when it hits that, and that
Right.
in itself stops the direction that it's going in. But to put that on as large a scale as it is, they need like a serious like line or perimeter of firefighters. I would imagine like
Dude, there's so many fires going on right
the
now.
reserves that are here in town. Some of my buddies that are stationed winters, and here in Vacaville, I was told like last year when there was all the fires going on, they were getting called in and they needed people to come to Washington and to come to the areas in California. But now I think that would be the same situation. All the reserves getting called in. We need you to come up to further up Northern California to get these things like slowed down. I briefly heard that there was a small fire at Berryessa again, but they controlled that. Thank God, because that's the last thing we need is another fire at Berryessa.
They've also been pulling people from out of state, though.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I just read right now when I was Googling car fire because I wanted to see how much of it was contained.
That's where it originated, right? Car?
Yeah, that Trump approved a disaster declaration.
Yeah.
What is that?
It means they're sending
now
more
becoming-
help from out of state to come help.
Now it's becoming a national disaster.
Yeah.
It's on the verge of reaching that level.
Just because it's so big.
Just like 50-foot, 60-foot flames. Like, can you imagine like seeing that in person? Like,
I mean,
the heat and
think about this.
For crying out loud, the amount of smoke in Vacaville is the tell sign itself.
Again, it's starting to become like normal for it to be like smoky outside.
Which isn't good for anyone's lungs.
No.
Oh, I remember they did it last year. It's only a matter of time till they do it again. They will have the toxicity sensors on the weather report to see the breathing conditions in some valleys where the smoke is settling in that don't have a high wind current going through. That's where it gets really toxic.
Apparently
is when
it's
it gets
called
stagnant. And all
The
that.
car fire because a flat tire started the fire.
What? Like, I can see the sparks coming from the rim.
Like someone got a flat tire, then like the debris
Yeah, the sparks
from it started the fire.
Oh man, tires get hot. That ain't a joke. You see, like, if you go to the drags, like how fast cars are going there, like the smoke and rubber is just like melting off. So
yeah.
when like the explosive combustion of like a tire blowing up, who knows what like science could be going on there at which the momentum of the tires, causing it to burn at a temperature from the speed it blows up.
Right.
Man, that sounded sciencey as fuck.
Especially the way you ended it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went from sciencey. That sounds sciencey as fuck. Dropping the knowledge on you bitches.
Knowledge drop.
Knowledge drop.
It's fucking crazy how like these fires are fucking wild.
There's a war going on in Chicago, and there's fires in California.
And Flint doesn't have clean water.
Oh no!
Yeah, they still don't.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're still going through that water crisis in Flint, Michigan, dude. That's been going on for like what, 7 years now?
Yeah, something like
is
that.
it just they don't have enough, or is it
They don't
purification?
have clean water.
Clean water,
Yeah, at all.
dude.
There's like lead in their water and shit.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
a problem that's
God.
been going on for that long isn't going to be solved overnight.
But I don't even think they're working towards fixing it.
It's
They're
like-
basically just like, it's not a priority.
Yeah.
The government's like, it's not a priority.
I feel like a lot of the people in the middle of the U.S. states, those are some states where you like have to be paid to like live there because they are looking for more people. But I don't want to live in tornado country.
Yeah. You live in fire country right now. What's the difference?
Yeah, you're right. Everything's burning down. There's earthquakes.
Like-
and we're
But you
living on
can
the San
eventually
Andreas Fault.
control the fire.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can't fucking control tornadoes.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, anywhere you live, there's going to be some natural disaster. That's...
Oh, you could make a pretty bomb man cave down on the ground.
Yeah, screw it. Just don't even build your house up top.
Yeah, just
live
make
underground.
build your house underground. That would be so freaking cool.
Like, you go to like,
You would have
someone
ultimate.
there drop off like your fucking mail. There ain't no fucking hell.
You open up the door and the door
Is that
just
a fucking
walks.
basement?
Oh, it'd be like the scene from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 where like
Yeah.
he comes up to like the sewer hatch and they're like, "Down here, bro." He's like, "What the fuck you mean down here?" And he just slides the pizza through the sewer grate.
That's the first one.
Is that the first one? I
Yeah,
thought
that's
that
the
was the
first one.
second
No,
one.
that's the first
Oh
one.
no, you're right because the second one starts off with everyone eating pizza, and then the pizza guy that knows karate tries to stop the robbers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that movie at all.
You don't remember
But
the
that
second one?
scene, that was definitely the first one. Because the address was like something 1/4.
Right.
And he's like, what the 1/4? What the fuck?
Where
He's
am
like, There's not even a tip, bro.
I? Where's the za? Put it in the sewer.
That's one thing. I don't know why. It's fucking like cartoon pizza always looks hella good.
Yeah, cartoon pizza makes you want to eat pizza.
I think it's because like the cheese just like
Yeah,
falls
'cause-
off and it's
because,
long and gooey.
You think something's wrong with that cheese if like you would get a pizza that would be gooey like
I'd
that?
be upset if that cheese was that gooey. I'd be like, this is ridiculous.
This
I'm getting
this-
constipated off of one slice.
This ain't mozzarella. This is some queso shit.
like, but I don't know. It just
That'd be
looks so
like-
good.
You could call that a Mexican pizza if you just put queso instead of mozzarella all over it.
Racist.
I feel like that would just be.
Queso and instead of tomatoes, it's pico de gallo.
I feel like that'd be too heavy. Like you need some thick ass bread to like hold that together, or else you'd pick up the slice and it just
would
goop
drip
off.
It would drip off the sides. Yeah.
Not even drip. It just. He'd be like, "Well, now I have Philly cheesesteak fries."
You'd have to eat it like you'd have to cup it in your hands to like eat it somehow.
I'm still upset with that cheesesteak I had.
Yeah. Now we know just to get wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. Don't get any of this other menu
His
items.
burger was probably good.
Yeah, mine was
Actually,
fine.
Yeah, the burger. You see, I looked at the size of the onion rings on that thing.
Yeah.
It was pretty beast, to be honest. Like
They do have good onion rings at Buffalo Wild Wings. We never get them because we'll get fried pickles, but they do have good onion rings.
Yeah. Maybe you guys should have just ordered better.
You know what? If we had gone to Red Robin, I would totally get that ghost pepper burger again because it wasn't that hot. I thought it was gonna be like ghost pepper.
Yeah, but I actually
was
wanted like
asking
some
for it.
fries. So
Yeah, that's why I voted against going to Red Robin because their fries were ass last time we went there.
like I think for the second batch of bottomless fries, we literally got like 10 fries.
They call them bottomless
basket.
fries because they don't give you that many.
Which is crazy because I've been to different Red Robins and they like give you a bunch of fries.
We're like, yeah.
Like I said, that was the first time I ever been to Red Robin, and they didn't bring fries to the table.
Right.
Yeah, the first thing that they brought
Because
was
normally it's like they bring you your drinks and fries at the same time.
But
I think they knew that like after you drink, people tend to want to eat more. Sometimes you kind of get the drunk cheese, or you get buzzed and you get the munchies. That's not for everyone. Yeah, and not,
I still
not
feel kind of
everyone's the
hungry
same.
right now. Like the sandwich wasn't that big.
that's how I feel. Like I was eating and I was like,
I can like go eat right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Like, in a few years, probably
Yeah.
be getting some dinner.
yeah, I don't know. It sounds good.
Everything sounds good. I guess it just depends on what you guys are in the mood for.
Let's stop by the house, see what's going down over there for dinner.
Hey, you got any food? Nah. Okay, I'm out.
I'm out.
You just stick your head on the door. Like you drive by, you stick your head out the window. You're like, nah,
It's
they ain't
weird,
cooking
though,
anything.
because like what we got, it definitely seemed more than just the wings that we get all the time.
It seemed like way more.
It seems like more food.
Yeah, there definitely was more food.
I felt the opposite. Like I was eating it, I was like, man, I'm like eating through this burger. Like
I had way more fries than usual. I had a stupid
Yeah,
amount.
they give you hella fries.
It was a stupid amount of
I was just
and the
sitting there-
wrong freaking sandwich. I just didn't say anything.
yeah, I mean,
They gave me, but it wasn't bad. I can't complain. It was
yeah,
just,
but you were.
I was complaining on the inside.
I will say, don't get the Philly cheesesteak. You want a cheesesteak? Go to the fucking cheesecake shop.
Go to Philly.
Fuck that. I ain't going to
Philly.
Philly for a sandwich.
How many, go 2,000 miles away to get some cheesesteak?
Yeah, why not?
Nice.
Like my aunt,
Good
she was just in
logic.
Chicago, and she sent a picture of like the deep dish pizza that she had, and I was like, that looks disgusting. I don't want that.
It's like, what are you trying to do? Carbo load? God,
Oh, and I
get your
take
life together.
Like the idea of deep dish pizza does not sound good to me at all.
Right.
I occasionally like sauce on my bread with deep dish.
It just seems like, I think more for me because I guess like the New York style, like you can go somewhere and get like a giant slice and it's like super thin.
Right, like Evelyn's.
Yeah, like that shit. I hella like that. So I think like just that fucking mountain of shit.
Evelyn's does it right because like
Yeah, I haven't been there in a long time.
They-
That actually sounds hella good.
did they have multiple places? But the original they used to be in Fairfield. They moved to Vacaville and then went back to Fairfield.
Yeah.
The only one I know of is right there next to
Right-
the
Starbucks.
courthouse and the Starbucks right there.
Okay. Yeah, that place is tight because you could just go in and get a huge slice, and then you get your own little mini personal.
Have you ever
box
gotten
that's a
the
triangle?
giant size pizza? The biggest size pizza they got?
No, but it's freaking huge.
Oh my god. Target bought one time,
Now I want pizza.
and legitimately,
And earlier we talked about
Pizza
now
with-
we're good on pizza, but I was like, damn, now I want pizza.
they don't have
Have
slices.
you been to Woodstocks in Davis?
No, you've mentioned it several times.
Oh God, you gotta.
You keep
I'm
saying
telling
we're
you,
gonna go there one day.
Pizza is
and we're
live
just waiting
there.
for you to drive,
Yeah, we're waiting for you to drive there.
All right.
which means we're never gonna go.
Yeah, we will. I'll swear on it.
It's like whenever we try to go somewhere. You want to go, Nick? Yeah, day of. No.
Dude.
Like, look at it from this
It
perspective. We
happens
still haven't even been
sometimes.
to a shop yet.
Yeah, we haven't actually.
Look
And
at
it's
Nick sounded so depressed.
Yeah.
I
But
know
every
because
time
I
me
want to
and-
go. It's because I want to go because I want to get one of the pens that Anthony has.
Apparently, you don't want to go that much because you don't go. You know, me and
Man.
Anthony were like, let's go to the casino. Guess what? We went to the casino.
I know.
Yeah, we don't talk about it
We beat
and
about
not
it.
be about it.
Yeah, I know.
We're like, we're making all these plans, and we're
But
like,
you definitely made the right decision to not go because we had no luck.
Oh no.
yeah, it was.
It happens
it was a quick
sometimes.
trip.
I mean,
You guys just like we get here and we're like, okay, you want to leave? Yeah.
It started off good, and then it was just
I mean, don't get me wrong. I was like playing one
you
machine.
You didn't play Zeus.
We did at the end of the night.
packed, and we went to a shittier version of it.
It was-
They had that stud show going on. They legitly had to have had the stud show going on.
Oh
If
no,
you
they
heard-
did because there's fucking all that moaning and shit going on.
yeah, that was weird.
You're in a casino. You're playing slots, and then you hear moaning.
I was just
What's
like,
going on?
I was kind of, what's going on over there? Like,
It's funny you can see all like the old people just like, oh my god,
you could hear
Oh my
people.
God.
because
Like,
it's not its own thing. It's literally just a curtain that blocks off the
Blocks
casino
off.
from the stage.
yeah, so that way you don't see what's going on. The funniest thing was
Like,
like,
you can hear it totally.
you would hear it moan, and it would get louder and louder, and people would be sitting back going, "Is that moaning? That is moaning."
Everybody's
And
looking
look
at each
to
other.
see where it
Are we
was.
hearing what we think we're hearing? That's really funny. That I feel like the Calusa's got a little bit of more. That back room actually, you got to walk through doors, and it's
Yeah,
more
it's like-
secluded, and
yeah, it's
like
sealed
you
off.
literally got to pay to get into that point. But
I mean,
when
still
you
gotta
go
pay
to
get into the Cash Creek one,
yeah, you would have to pay to get to Cash Creek, but you could totally hear it.
yeah.
That was the only difference. I mean, Cash Creek is a big place. They got a parking garage and they got a hotel, but they don't really have that one room where they can do.
We actually were talking about on the way back. It'd be cool to go to like Tahoe for a day.
I'm down for that.
Sure you
Tahoe's
were.
totally doable. Tahoe's closer than Reno, dude. I'd be down for that.
we were like, yeah, we want to go, but would Nick go?
I would go.
So we were like,
Tahoe's
who
tight.
would go in Nick's place?
Man.
Yeah, we already have like the other option who we can ask.
We have a couple options of who else could go.
Really? Who would you guys bring with you?
No, I don't want to say their names.
Oh, okay.
It would probably be the
You're right.
person that was. One of the people would probably be the person that was supposed to go with us the other night. Maybe.
Oh, cool.
The others would be the two other people we talked to at work.
Oh, okay.
So
They both are good choices.
just
Yeah.
because the other two go like all the time, so they know the.
We would
the
just
good
have
spots.
to like hop in their car with them.
Yeah, which would be fine. I've done it
Take
before.
me with you. Yeah, I'd be all down for that.
Sure.
But would you?
Dude, I would be about it. It's fucking Tahoe.
He would be about it until day of.
I want to
and
go
then
to
he'd be like,
I want to go to Emerald Bay and like jump off the dock. Like it's summer and the water
Well, then
is
Let's
so
plan
clear.
a fucking day then to go.
Yeah, Emerald Bay, you can go swimming out in Lake Tahoe. You dive off the dock. It's like a 10-foot drop.
You know-
you could see all the way down to through the bottom of the lake.
Okay, I'm saying.
You know what I
then
see you
let's
doing, Nick?
fucking pull up your calendar
Okay.
app and then pick a fucking day, and we'll request the day off from work, and we'll fucking go.
Nick, all
I
I,
gotta
see you
request the 17th off.
doing is all I see you doing is talking about it. I don't see you being about it. So
Okay.
because every time we try to go somewhere,
You know how we gotta do the week. You want to go to the weekend after we do the reset, the overnights?
Whenever, man. I'm down for whenever.
Okay. That'd be like a cool little celebration weekend. Because we'd be getting that done.
or we could get back when we get that money in our bank accounts.
Ooh. That's a good idea. I would appreciate having a fresh paycheck when we would go.
That'd be a fresh one.
That's what
So-
happened Friday, but you didn't go.
Would it? That wasn't
That's the
that
name
good
of this
a
episode.
bro.
Don't talk
That
about
wasn't
it,
that
be
good a
about it.
paycheck. I had to pay a lot of bills too. I had to do
Hey,
some
to be
house
fair, it is the beginning
stuff.
of the month. So.
Yeah, subscriptions and all that. Oh, actually, I got like a subscription for PlayStation coming up on the.
I thought you were
6th.
gonna say Playboy, legitimately.
I would,
It starts with a P,
I'd
so
respect
it must be Playboy. Nah, just PlayStation
Another like
and Xbox
on the picture.
and Netflix. Sweet. Thank you for the likes, y'all. You amazing.
Didn't you say you have to leave in like 7 minutes?
Is it really in 7 minutes,
That's what you said, man.
dude?
Time flies when you're having fun.
For real, it really does.
So I guess we should wrap this up, right? Since you have
I got
to go.
I got dinner events to be at. Yeah.
All right. Well, Nick,
Whatever.
last thing I gotta say to you: don't talk about it, be about it.
Life.
Bitch.